Hello, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. It's the 22nd of February, St. Bartholomew's Hospital Recovery Ward. Let us continue. What do you suppose is happening? Sounds like some sort of disturbance. Yes, I hear angry voices. Be not angry, O ample lady. Verily thou art mistaken. Mistaken my foot? You are looking at my paintings. The eye of a man hath not heard, the ears of a man hath not seen. 'Twas foul indeed the poison that mustache villain gaveth me. Forgive me, lady. I wish that you died from that poison. God have mercy, ample lady, but thou seest I have vigor still. Behold my Shakespeare's dance. Such a fabulous dance, indeed. This looks rather ominous, doesn't it? Ah! Lo, 'tis the lawyer from the land whence riseth the sun. How now? What are you doing here, Mrs. Shakespeare? Mary, I do believe I am returned up to another ward. I was looking... He was looking, that's what he was doing, looking at my terrible work. Eastern fellow, so darkly clad. Faith, thy work in court this morning was wonderful. I do applaud thee. Oh, well, thank you. But that doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you, Tamar, does it? He stopped rhyming. And he did it back. That thing's just plastic, isn't it? Oh, rubber. Anon, excellent. Well, aren't I glad I stopped by here? Mr. Shakespeare might technically be the victim in this case, but there's definitely a lot more to it than that. It's very hard to pin that man down. I'm sorry. I'm such an awful person. Ah, Miss Green, is everything all right? Oh, yes, I mean, don't worry about me. They're about to discharge me, so I must get ready to leave now. Oh, I see. We're delighted that you'll soon be well enough to go home, Miss Green. Oh dear, you're too kind. I don't deserve it. Guess we'll talk to her for a bit. Oops, no, let's see. Oh, we can't talk to her. So are you feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green? I am, thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, don't they? Even people like me. Well, yes, it really was an ordeal, wasn't it? As far as I'm concerned, I was just walking along in the snow one evening, minding my own business. And then completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back by a knife and collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, when I finally woke up again yesterday, the whole business had been cleared up already. What a terrible week it's been for you. Oh no, I'm sure I'm very lucky, really. I'll look back on this fondly. Really? Anyway, I must be getting my things together now, so I'm ready to be discharged. Oh yes, of course. Sorry to take up your time when you're obviously busy. I guess we'll just leave here. Mr. Shakespeare's room. Alright, just take a look at the crime scene. Anything different? 22nd February, Mr. Natsume's lodgings, ground floor. Oh, hello again, Inspector Gregson. What are you doing here? Well, we were hoping to have another look around, actually. The lawyer representing the defendant has a right to examine the scene, as I'm sure you're aware. I know the score. Oh yes, one other thing. The soap on the ledge outside the window. Did you find it, with the tea in it? Yeah, we found it all right, and there was a small amount of tea in it, as you said. I knew it! It's with the identification section at the yard now. They're looking into it. The results should be available later today. That's wonderful news, thank you. Why so silent, sir? Pretty impressive performance in court this morning. Sorry? Nothing, forget about it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything here. Oh, there's Mr. Sholmes. He's got here before us. Alright, man. Looking at his chips every time, I kind of just want to go and make my own. Maybe I'll do that for lunch. Mr. Sholmes, what are you up to over there? What a question indeed. Was it not your good self who asked me to attend the scene? Oh, what are you doing here, Sholmes? What are you up to over there? What are you doing here? Dear me, once a great detective, one is always under scrutiny, it seems. Now the time, Mrs. Sholmes. Are you about to show us your forensic talents in action as promised? With the greatest of pleasure, my dear madam. Oh, look, he got his mask on. That's cool. What's all this? Oh, that's pretty cool. I love that. All this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruto. HERLOCK Sholmes' sensational skin print seeker gun. Oh, look, we can actually see him use his revolver for once. Moments ago, I took sample of the teacup that was used by the victim. A sample from Mr. Shamsu's cup. Each individual leaves microscopic secretions on everything he or she touches. A sample of those secretions is all I need to produce this a refined indicator solution. By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touches is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. Here, try them on. Oh. There now. Spray the chemical indicator about and all will be revealed. Spray, how do I do that exactly? A little press of my A trigger on the area you're interested in is all that is required, like this. Ah, what is that stuff? It's like a fog. A suspension of the chemical indicator in a pressurized gas. It's the most efficient way to cover a large area. That was another invention I discovered incidentally whilst I was developing this idea. As you do. Go ahead, try it, my dear fellow. We may learn something interesting about the victim's movements on the nights in question. Well, there's nothing to lose, I suppose. Let's explore. Alright, that's fun to do. Look at that. We have some spray here. Spray. 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 Alright, let's see if we get some more spray here. Wow, it really does cover a huge area. Oh, some fingerprints there. Some on the window. Any on this gas lantern. Oh, look at that. Look, there are dozens of handprints there. So there are a great many indeed. So much so that it's hard to make out one individual print, in fact. Sends a chill down my spine. Perhaps he was leaning against the wall while he was admiring this picture. Unlikely, I would say. It's a rather dull scene, after all. And without wishing to state the obvious, you wouldn't generally admire a picture from such close quarters, I feel. Oh, he's hiding something. Oh, very true, Mrs. Sato. It's a bit of a mystery, then. Let's spray this side of the room. Anything up here? Alright, I think I sprayed everything I need to spray, so now I just need to look at that to see. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. How do I leave the spray? Can I not leave? I want to leave. Yes, I know there's dozens of prints there. How do I leave my perfume mode? Nope, that's not how you do it. Nope, that's not how you do it. Guess I'll just press every button until it works, right? Maybe... I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here. Let's keep trying for a little bit. Because maybe I missed... I mean, this thing does such a pretty far range, so I kind of don't believe that I'll miss something already. Alright, Mr. Sholmes? Please tell me how I can, like, get out of this view. Am I really just stuck? Or am I missing something pretty badly? Do I have the thing on me? No, I don't have it on me. Yeah, this is a bit awkward for me. I'm desperately trying to figure out what I'm not pressing to get out of this view. Alright, I feel like I'm definitely missing something then. So let's just spray every... Oh, there we go! Oh, look at all these here! Ah, yes, interesting. A multitude of the victim's handprints. Why are there so many of them on the floor in this one spot? Oh, perhaps he had a bad fall just there. There's nothing obvious that he would have tripped over there, is there? I wonder. Personally, I would often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over. I think that's something only a great detective would do, Mr. Sholmes. Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor. Yes, there's no obvious explanation. Ah, okay, so we're stuck doing that scene until we figure it out. I thought that part of the floorboard looked very weird. Well, as we sprayed Mr. Sholmes' amazing skin prints indicators all over the room, didn't we? We did, but there are two places in particular that are of interest, I would say. The handprints on the floor there. And on the wall by the picture, you mean? Yes, and I think the floor warrants close investigation. I won't be a moment. Ah! What is it, Mr. Sato? Look here, Mr. Naruto. One of the floorboards has popped out. One of the... You mean... It's a secret hiding place? Excellent work, Mr. Sato. So what do we have here in here? Oi, what are you doing? Inspector Gregson! Stand aside right this minute. It's my job to investigate there. Oh, he's stress eating. No need, Inspector. You continue to dig in your portions of chips, whilst we dig around under the floor here. No fancy talks putting me off my food anyways, Mr. Sholmes. A new bit of evidence is exactly what I need. Alright, come on, let's hurry. Open it up. Wow, a secret hiding place under the floor. What a find. It's not a hiding place you can make use of in Japan. I don't think I could fit a straw to Tommy Mat. No, I know, but I never expected one of these wooden floorboards to move either. It got me wondering about the wall over there too. Aren't you curious? Oh. I'll investigate at once. There's nothing behind the picture, sadly, only the wall. How disappointing. But then, how did you explain the handprints? I really can't think of it where anyone would have been touching the wall over and over in one place like that. Did you just take a photo? There you are, a print for you. The photograph of the handprints on the wall. Oh, that's nice. Oh, thank you very much. His inventions can make prints too. Now then, I wonder if Inspector Gregson has found anything under the floor there. I'm desperate to know. I think Sholmes is ready to just rip it off the floor. So am I. I think Sasato seems closer than that. I can't examine that. I guess we're all very curious about this in the floor. I'd love to know if there's anything hidden underneath the floorboard there. Allow me to ask Gregson now. After all, we're all well acquainted. Inspector Gregson? Really, it's been too long. What is it, Sholmes? I thought perhaps you might show me what you found under there, seeing as you were such good friends. As we're such good friends. We're not friends. No, I suppose not. Oh. A dismal failure. Yes, I heard. So sad. Alright then, fair is fair. What? You did discover the hiding place after all. I suppose I should at least fill you in. Really, Inspector. Thank you. Do it quickly, my dear fellow. If there's one thing I know about this man, it's that he blows with the wind, as fickle as the weather. Boy, stop making me out to be some kind of nut. There are 3 items under the floor there. A newspaper clipping, a photographic print, and a tin box. Now, what do you want to know? Alright, tell me about the newspaper clipping. Looks like this was cut out of the newspaper about 3 months ago. It's about a convict who got sick and died while he was serving time up in Manchester. How terrible. Made the headlines down there in London as well. The bloke, he had been sentenced to death, you see, but nature got him first. Oh my goodness, he committed a capital offense? Man by the name of Selden, nasty piece of work, into burglaries and murder. They say the hoard he'd knocked off was worth about £1,000. A hoard of treasure, you mean? Jewelry and the like. But he hidden it somewhere and no one knows where it is. And now he's dead. The papers love it, of course. £1,000 lost en route to hell. Or some such as was the headline. Does it not strike you, though? Why such an article would be so carefully ensconced under the floor? I suppose now you mention it, it does seem a bit odd. Perhaps I'll go over the paperwork we've got on Selden back at the yard and see if I can turn anything up. Interesting. So is he just searching for his treasure? Is that what's happening here? Alright, photographic print. No, this is the photograph I found. Looks reasonably recent to me. Isn't that the painter that died? Yes, it would appear to have been taken on the street in the front of the house here. And the gentleman on the left is Garadeb, and the landlord, of course. But who's the young man on the right? Mr. Garadeb's son, perhaps? Perhaps you can take that print if you like. Really, are you sure? We can presume, therefore, that the yard already knows the identity of the young fellow, that is. Ah, is that true? Well, it's too bad if we do. Unfortunately for you lot, leaking information isn't one of my pastimes. My dear Inspector, if I may be so bold as to point something out, pastimes are for one's leisure, but this is for work. All the more reason I'm not telling you. A dismal failure. Ah, yes, I heard. Poor SHOLME'S. I wonder why a photograph like this was hidden under the floor. I mean, Mr. Shamspeare himself isn't in it. Photographic prints are still rare treasures in the East End. I imagine Mr. Garadeb was rather delighted to have been immortalized. He probably made a proud present of it. Alright, so what's in the tin box then? Now this tin box looks interesting, doesn't it? Might I suggest, Inspector, that you open it? If you were to find something inside that reveals the truth behind this case, I wouldn't be in the least surprised. Yeah, funny enough, I've already had a look. It's completely empty. What? Damn, Spear, give us a clue, man. You didn't even have the chance to utter a word, Mr. Naruto. Anyway, at least we found what's inside the box. Yes, thin air, it's empty. Rather like to know how I feel inside. Is there nothing more to this box then, I wonder? Can we look at the box? Can I have the box? There's a cat here. Oh, what is he doing here? Out of all places, how did he even get here? Weren't you staying with us? Oh, was that not yet? Oh, look, it's a lovely little kitty cat. What was its name again? Oh, I guess this is before we adopted it. It's Mr. Natsume's, isn't it? I don't think we've ever asked him, actually. Why don't we call it, Wagaha? You know, like Mr. Natsume refers to himself in Japanese. I wonder how he got in here. Clever cat. Wonderful. Well then, Wagahai, here's something delicious I bought for you from the cat's meat man. Sorry, what? You bought something? Huh? Who's this random meat? Oh, at least he's enjoying it. But that's completely random. Couldn't be happier now, look. I just hope we can bring some happiness to his owner, too. Yeah, that would probably be good for him, right? Alright, I think this is going to stop this part here, so... Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and until then, I will see you all later. Goodbye.